Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,000, even boulders that can withstand whirlpool until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept, that's right. Which is why I could...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached...
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Li.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old tradition. All of these things turned out as I had planned. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of... They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and use...
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle...
Fine. I'll meet you there.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, my agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my As for the bargaining chip, uncover that answer for...
Paimon, so
One of the...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
There's only one real possibility and Fatui. Shh. No.
You know that god.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord?
Now that you mention it, that's... I mean, it all fits together. Still, what's...
Forget.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless at gods and adepti live glorious rumors and hearsay abound on the street, having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the so that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't... Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the... Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to...
3,700.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous, but blinded...
The long, unending dream.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
But it seems as if well, that's fine.
Perhaps.
As for the mortal,
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is caught up, and here you are!
Why would I not feel more right if the two of you can spare the time?
Ha! That sounds like big talk.
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora at—
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do the Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But
Paimon thinks that we should make a—
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma,
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
it's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how—
But starting from last year,
Vision hunting?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the
They want to seize visions.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because
Whoa.
the Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Chising made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of—
These are indeed false accusations.